Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy. Today we are back once again on Minecraft for another statue tutorial. Now, continuing with the theme of Fortnite, today we are doing the Tender Defender skin, which is of course the really wacky chicken skin, which was recently introduced in Fortnite. So I personally love this skin, and if you've seen the Fortnite creative trailers, all the gameplay that has the Tender Defender skin is actually me. Fun little, I guess, Easter egg. And again, if you haven't seen that, check that out, because I also feature in that video, so it's kind of also like a mini face reveal. So, yeah, enough talking about Fortnite and creative. Let's get into this tutorial. So the blocks you are going to need are as following. You'll need brown terracotta, brown concrete, red terracotta, red concrete, light grey concrete, white concrete, black concrete, yellow terracotta, cyan terracotta, block of quartz, orange concrete, nether brick stairs, acacia wood stairs, quartz stairs, acacia wood slabs, and also quartz slabs. So I'm going to give you guys a second to pause the video, grab them blocks into your inventory, and then we get straight into building. Before we do that, I do want to give a quick shout out to Tepania, who was the original designer. I've made a few modifications, but of course majority of work was by them, so I'm going to leave their information down in the description below. Please go show them some love and support. But yeah, apart from that, let's get straight into building. Just before the video starts, again, as a quick little plug, if you do enjoy my content and want to support my channel, then please consider, if you're playing Fortnite, using the Support a Creator feature. So if you go to the item store in the bottom right corner, you've got the Support a Creator button. If you enter the code GUMMYYY, so Gummy, but 3 M's and 3 Y's, you'll be helping me, supporting me directly through purchasing stuff in-game. So that could be skins, emotes, gliders, battle pass, anything you buy in-game. It doesn't cost you anything more, and it sends me a few pennies for every purchase you make. So again, thank you, and let's get straight into the video. So we're going to start off by finding a nice empty space, and we're going to start off with the front side of the legs. Now the front side of the legs, just like the normal statue dimensions, is going to be 12 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide. So we're essentially going to be going layer to layer, left to right, 12 layers in total. So we're going to start off, first off, by placing 2 brown terracotta, 4 brown concrete, and 2 brown terracotta, and that's going to be the first layer. For the second layer now, we're going to place 1 brown terracotta, 6 brown concrete, and 1 terracotta, and again that is our second layer. On top of this, we are going to place 8 brown concrete for layer number 3, and then for fourth layer we're going to place 3 brown concrete, 2 terracotta, and 3 brown concrete. So that is the first 4 layers complete. Now what I am going to do, and this is something I do recommend, is I'm going to, after every single layer at this point, give you guys an opportunity to pause. So please, if you feel you need the opportunity, do take it. Again, it's really, really useful. Saves you getting to the end of the video, realising everything's not gone quite to plan, and then having to go back and replace it and tear things down and rebuild. It's a pain, so don't worry about it. Just take it slow. And again, as I said, after every single layer, I'll give you guys an opportunity to pause the video. So, moving on to the next layer, this is layer number 5. We're going to place 2 red terracotta, 4 red concrete, and 2 red terracotta. So again, for layer number 5, we're starting off with our red. For layer number 6, we're going to place 1 red terracotta, 6 red concrete, and 1 red terracotta. On top of this, we're going to place 4 layers of red concrete. So again, that's 4 layers of 8 red concrete. And again, once you've done that, it should look something like this. Now, on the top layer here, what we're going to do is we're going to punch out the 4th and 5th block. So the 2 middle blocks, as you can see right there. Now, we replace this with 2 red terracotta, and once you've done that, you now have this 10 by 8 area. So again, it's 10 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide. For the final 2 layers, we are going to start off on the left side. We're going to place 1 black concrete, 1 red terracotta, 1 black concrete, 2 light grey concrete, 1 black concrete, 1 red terracotta, and 1 black concrete. On top of that, we're going to do the exact same. The only difference is this time there's going to be 1 block that's different. So it's going to be 1 black concrete, 1 red terracotta, 1 black concrete. Then, instead of light grey, we're going to place 1 white concrete, 1 light grey, 1 black, 1 red terracotta, and 1 black concrete. And if I back up now, it should now look something like this. Once again, that is a 12 by 8 rectangle. And if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Now, before we move on to the next step, which is the body, we actually do need to add a slight 3D effect. So we're going to grab ourselves our nether brick stairs. We're going to come to the first layer of the legs, and we're going to place on the first, third, 6th and 8th block. We're going to place a nether brick stair in front of each one's, and that's going to kind of act as almost like toes, claws, whatever you want to call it. But again, it's just a small little additional detail which gives the legs a bit more shape, makes it look a bit more interesting. So once that's out of the way, that is the front side of the legs complete. Again, if you don't have something that looks like this, go back in the video. Otherwise, we're now ready to move on to the body. So, the body, just like the legs, is going to be a 12 by 8 rectangle. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off by placing 2 brown terracotta, 4 brown concrete, and 2 brown terracotta. So that's layer number 1. That's the 13th layer of the build. Now from here, we're going to expand 1 to the left using yellow concrete, 2 yellow terracotta, and 1 yellow concrete. So 4 blocks to the left. We're going to repeat this on the right side. So we're going to go 1 yellow concrete, 2 terracotta, 1 concrete. So 4 blocks to the left, 4 blocks to the right. And that's essentially marking out where the arms are. And it means later on we don't actually have to work it out. It's already there. We can just start building. But for now, we're not going to worry about it. So for now, ignore they're there. That's just a marker. We're going to continue with the body. And then once the body's out the way, we'll come back and work on the arms. Now, one thing I do want to say, I don't know if it can be picked up on mic. If you can hear rain in the background, I do apologise. Unfortunately, England, in its traditional form, has become a bit wet at the moment. And yeah, there's not much I can do about that. I don't know if it's picking up on the mic. If it isn't, ignore me. On my end, it's super loud and smashing against the window and being a real pain. So hopefully not too bad for you guys, though. So anyways, continuing now with the body, for layer number 2, we're going to place 1 brown terracotta, 6 brown concrete, and 1 brown terracotta. So again, that is layer number 2 of the body. For layer number 3, we're going to place simply 8 brown concrete. So again, nice and simple, that's 8 brown concrete. For layer number 4 now, we are going to place 1 red concrete, 2 brown terracotta, 2 brown concrete, 2 brown terracotta, and 1 red concrete. So that is layer number 4. For layer number 5, we're going to place 3 red concrete, 2 brown terracotta, and 3 red concrete. Again, just backing up so you can see. For the next layer now, layer number 6, we are going to place 1 brown concrete, 6 red concrete, and 1 brown concrete. On top of this, for the next layer, we're going to place 2 brown concrete, 1 red concrete, 2 white concrete, 1 red concrete, and 2 brown concrete. So again, just backing up so you can see, that is layer number 7. For layer number 8 now, we're going to start off again with 1 brown terracotta, 1 brown concrete, 1 red concrete, 1 white concrete. We're then going to swap out the white concrete for a quartz block, and we're going to place 1 quartz, 2 brown concrete, and 1 brown terracotta. The layer on top of this is going to consist of 1 brown terracotta, 2 red concrete, 4 brown concrete, and 1 brown terracotta. The next layer now, which is the 10th layer, is going to be 2 red concrete, 1 brown concrete, 1 brown terracotta, 2 red terracotta, and 2 brown concrete. Second to last layer now, the 11th layer, is going to be 1 red concrete, 6 red terracotta, and 1 brown concrete. And then the 12th and final layer now is going to be 1 red concrete and 7 red terracotta. And once you've done that, that is the front side of the body. So again, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Now, don't get too comfortable with this. because we are going to be going a bit crazy with the 3D effects. So again, this is the basic layer. In terms of 3D effects, what we're going to start off by doing is everything here that is red concrete, we're actually going to bring forwards a layer. So you essentially just bring all the red concrete forwards by one block, and it's going to give you a massive 3D effect that goes from the bottom of the, body right up until the top left corner. What we're also going to do is this white concrete and quartz area in the middle, this little 2x2, we're also going to bring forwards a block, so that kind of links in, and as you can see is also now 3D. The final thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the top section here, and this red terracotta is all going to come forwards a layer as well. So we just start off by bringing all the red terracotta forwards by one block. We're then going to go to the top left corner, we're going to swap this one red concrete out with red terracotta. The 2 blocks to the right, we're going to swap out with red concrete. Next to this, so we're going to go 1, 2 to the right, we're then going to go down, punch out this block to the right, and replace those 2 blocks of red concrete, and once you've done that, that is the front of the body complete, and that's all the 3D effects we're going to add. So again, pretty simplistic, but is important that you get it right. So that is the front side of the body. Once again, that is a 12x8 rectangle. Now that's out the way, we are now ready to move on to the arms. We're going to start off on the left arm, and once again both of these arms are 12x4, so 12 tall, 4 wide. And if you haven't already, you come to the 13th layer of the build, aka the first layer of the body. You go 4 blocks to the left, 4 blocks to the right, and layer number 1 consists of 1 yellow concrete, 2 yellow terracotta, and 1 yellow concrete. So layer number 2 now, from left to right, is going to be 1 concrete, 1 terracotta, and 2 concrete. On top of this, and this is where inventory management becomes a bit of a pain, we're going to place 1 cyan terracotta, 2 light grey concrete, and 1 cyan, and we repeat this for the 4th layer. So 2 layers of 1 cyan, 2 light grey, and 1 cyan. For layers 5 and 6 now, we're going to place 4 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 2 yellow, 1 yellow terracotta, and 1 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to cap it off with 4 red concrete. We're then going to place 1 red, 2 red terracotta, and 1 red concrete. For layer number 10 now, we are going to place 3 yellow concrete, 1 yellow terracotta. On top of that, we're going to place 4 yellow concrete. And then the final layer is going to be 2 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and 1 red concrete. And that is the left arm complete. So once again, that is a 12x4. We will be adding some 3D effects in a second, but for now, that's the basic arm. Once we've done that, we are now ready to move over to the other side, aka the right arm. Same logic applies, comes to the 13th layer of the build, 4 blocks out to right, 1 yellow concrete, 2 terracotta, and 1 concrete. Layer number 2 is going to be 2 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and 1 concrete. Same as the other side, the next 2 layers is going to be cyan, 2 light grey, and cyan. So once again, that's both for the 3rd and 4th layer. The next 2 layers is going to be 4 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 1 yellow concrete, 1 yellow terracotta, and 2 yellow concrete. Next 2 layers is going to consist of 3 yellow concrete, 1 yellow terracotta. So once again, that's 2 layers of 3 yellow concrete and 1 yellow terracotta. On top of that, we're going to place 1 yellow terracotta, 3 yellow concrete. We're then going to place 4 yellow concrete, and then the final layer is going to consist of 1 red, 1 yellow terracotta, and 2 yellow concrete. And if I back up, that is now what both the arms should look like. So you can see it's slightly different. The one on the left indeed has the kind of band wrapping around it, and of course the one on the right is just majority yellow. Again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. Now what we're going to do is add the 3D effects, which is kind of like the feathers, I guess you could compare them to. And for this, it's going to require our orange concrete, our orange acacia wood slabs, and our stairs. So what we're going to start off by doing is we are going to come to the 5th layer on the left side. We're going to place on the 1st and 2nd block orange concrete, and above the first one we're going to go up 1. So we now have this right angled shape out of orange concrete. What we're also going to do is go to the top left corner of this arm, and we're going to place a right angled shape there. So on the 12th first block, 11th first block, and 12th second block, and it looks like this. Now in terms of the detailing, going back to the top side first, underneath this block here, we're going to place an upside down acacia wood stair facing towards the left, and underneath this block we're going to place one upside down facing towards the right. What we're also going to do is, on this next section, on top of this block we're going to have an acacia wood stair facing towards the right. On top of this block here we're going to have one facing towards the left, and then underneath this block on the left we're going to have one acacia wood slab, and it gives you something that looks like this. So the other side is the exact same, just mirrored, so if you want to copy it over, feel free. We're going to head over once again to the top right corner. We're going to place our little right angled shape, so on the third or fourth block on the 12th layer, then go down one, and then we're also going to go once again to the 5th layer, to the bottom right corner, and we're going to place 2 blocks and then place one up like so. So again, basic shape, and then in terms of the 3D effects, starting off on the top corner, underneath this block we have an upside down one towards the left, underneath the second block an upside down one towards the right. For the next step, moving on down, on top of this block here we have an acacia wood stair towards the left, on top of that one towards the right, and then underneath this one in the corner an acacia wood slab. So again, pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, and that is the front side of the arms complete. So again, if you want to pause, please do take the opportunity. And now what we're going to do, because of course we have finished the front side, is we're going to start working on the sides of the body and arms, and actually making this statue 3D. So again, this is what it looks like so far. It's 24 blocks tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms, for whatever reason that would be. And yeah, let's start working on the sides. So we're going to start off by coming around to the left side of the leg. We've got this first block here, which is brown terracotta. We're going to go 1, 2, whoops, we're not going to do that. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the left using brown terracotta. Now, the side of the leg, or the leg itself, is 12 by 4. However, the fourth block is already done. What you're looking at right here is your fourth block of each row. That's done, out the way, don't need to worry about it. So what this means is if we place 3 blocks, plus the block that's already here, that's going to give us our 12 by 4. So of course we're placing 1, 2, 3, fourth block already done. Hopefully that makes sense. For the second layer, from left to right, we're going to place 1 brown terracotta, 2 brown concrete. On top of this we're going to place 3 brown concrete for 2 layers. To cap this off, we're going to place a layer of 3 red terracotta, so that is our 5th layer. For our 6th layer, we're going to place 1 red terracotta and 2 red concrete. For the next 4 layers, we're going to place 3 red concrete. Once we've done that, that brings us to our 11th and 12th layers, in which we're going to place 1 red terracotta, 1 black concrete, and 1 red terracotta. And once again, we repeat that for the 12th layer, and it gives you something that looks like this. So that is a 12 by 4, that is the left side of the leg complete, and from a corner angle looks like this. The good news is the right side is the exact same, so if you want to copy it over, you're more than welcome to do so. However, I'm going to go for it nonetheless, and again, just for the people that want me to. So, heading around to the right side, exact same applies from this brown terracotta, 1, 2, 3 to the right. Second layer is going to consist of 2 brown concrete and 1 brown terracotta. Third and fourth layer is going to be brown concrete, and the 5th layer is going to be red terracotta. 6th layer is going to be 2 red concrete, 1 red terracotta. On top of this, we are going to do 4 layers of red concrete. And then on top of that, we're going to do 1 red terracotta, 1 black concrete, and 1 red terracotta for the final 2 layers. So that is your 12 by 4. As you can see, that is the right side of the leg complete. Again, from a corner angle, looks like this. And if I back up, you can see the statue really starting to come together quite nicely. Now, the next step we're going to be working on is the sides of the arms, but before we can do that, we need to build the base plates of the arms, aka kind of like the bottom of the hands. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to come around to the rear side of the statue on the bottom layer of the arms here, this layer that consists of 1 yellow concrete, 2 terracotta, and 1 yellow concrete. What we're going to do is we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 backwards, all the way across, and this is going to give you a 4x4 square, as you can see, a little platform out of yellow concrete. We do the exact same on this side, and again that just prevents there being holes in the bottom of the hands once we get to later points in the video. So for now, if you head round to the left side, you should have something that looks like this. It's essentially a backwards L. So just like before, it's going to be a 12 by 4. The fourth block is indeed already done, and yeah, it's kind of just filling in the 3 blocks for the remaining 11 layers. So without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, our first layer, that's already done, that's yellow concrete. Second layer is going to be 1 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and 1 concrete. The third and fourth layer, exact same again, is going to be 1 cyan terracotta and 2 light grey concrete. So exact same for the third and fourth layer. To cap this off, for the fifth layer, we're going to place 3 yellow concrete. On top of this, we're going to place 2 yellow concrete, 1 yellow terracotta, and we cap it off with 3 yellow concrete. On top of this, we are going to place 3 red concrete. We're then going to place 1 red, 2 red terracotta. Next layer, the 10th layer, is going to be 3 yellow concrete. 11th is going to be 1 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, 1 concrete, and then the 12th and final layer is going to be 3 yellow concrete. Head on, it looks like this. Once again, that's a 12 by 4. And if I head round to the corner angle, again, slightly different. So, moving on, we're going to head round to the right side. This side, again, is slightly different to the left side in the sense that it doesn't actually have the red little, what would I call it? Little like strap going around the side of the arm. So this side is going to have a lot more yellow on it. So we're going to start off once again at the first layer already done. That consists of 3 yellow concrete. Second layer is going to be 1 yellow concrete, 1 yellow terracotta, and 1 yellow concrete. On top of this, we're going to do 2 layers of 2 light grey and 1 cyan. So again, that is both the third and fourth layer. The next layer is going to consist of 3 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to do 1 yellow terracotta, 2 yellow concrete. On top of that, 3 yellow concrete again. We're then going to do 2 layers of 2 yellow concrete and 1 yellow terracotta. For the 10th layer, nice and simple, 3 yellow concrete. 11th layer, 1 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, 1 concrete. And the 12th and final layer is going to be 3 yellow concrete. Once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. That is a 12 by 4 rectangle, and again from a corner angle like this. So that is the statue so far, again looking really, really nice. However, if we head around to the rear side, not so much. It's a bit lacking, and that's what we're going to work on now, is getting that up to the same point as all the other sides, and then we'll eventually get on to the final stage, which is of course the head. So, starting off, we're going to do the rear side of the legs. The rear side of the legs is 12 by 8, so 12 tall, 8 blocks wide. However, left side and right side already has a row complete. So that's 2 rows done. That means we're only going to be placing 6 blocks per layer linking left side to right side. So let's stop talking and start building. We're going to start off with the first layer with 1 brown terracotta, 4 brown concrete, and 1 terracotta. The second and third layers are going to be 6 brown concrete, and then the fourth layer is going to be 2 brown concrete, 2 terracotta, and 2 concrete. The next layer is going to be 1 red terracotta, 4 red concrete, and 1 red terracotta. On top of this, we are going to do 4 layers of 6 red concrete. For the next layer, we're going to do 2 red concrete, 2 red terracotta, and 2 red concrete. So again, if I back up, that is the first 10 layers. For the 11th layer now, we are going to do 1 black concrete, 1 red terracotta, 2 black concrete, 1 red terracotta, and 1 black concrete. And we repeat this for the next layer, which is of course the 12th and final layer. So it ends up looking something like this. Now again, that is a 12 by 8 rectangle. That is the rear side of the legs. We are going to add a little 3D effect later on, which is going to be like a little tail, and that's going to cover up a bit of the legs. We'll come back to that, as I said, later on. For now, we're going to move up to the next stage, which is of course the body. Starting off for the body, we are going to do 3 layers of 8 brown terracotta. So once again, that is 3 layers of 8 brown terracotta. For the 4th layer now, we are going to do 2 brown concrete, 4 brown terracotta, and 2 brown concrete. And if I back up, it should look something like this. So, that is the first 4 layers. For the next 5 layers, we're going to do 8 brown concrete. So once again, that's 5 layers of 8 brown concrete. So that is our 4th and then the 5th layer. For the next layer, which is going to be the 10th layer of this part, we're going to do 2 brown concrete,
4 red concrete and 2 brown. And then for the 11th and 12th layers, we're going to do simply 8 red concrete. So if I back up, it should look something like this. Now you may be wondering why it's quite plain, I guess is one way of putting it. And the reason behind that is because we will be adding the little back bling, which is of course the egg, and that's going to cover up a fair bit of the back. So ultimately there's no point of adding too much detail. Before we get onto the back bling, what we're going to do is we're going to add the tail. So come down to the rear side of the legs, come to the top layer, the 12th layer, and to the 4th block, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3 yellow concrete. This is going to be off-centered 1 block to the right. I know that's going to frustrate a few people. Ultimately, we kind of have to, because it's going to be 3 blocks wide, and of course the statue is even. So again, apologies for that, but if you want it to look good, I recommend doing it this way. If you want to make it 1 over to the left, just so it's like even, feel free to do so. Underneath this yellow concrete, we're going to place 3 yellow terracotta. Underneath the yellow terracotta, in the middle one, we're going to go down 1, 2. On the left side, we're going to go 1 to the left, so we're diagonal at this point, and we're going to place 1 terracotta, and underneath 1 concrete. Right side, exact same, so we go down diagonal, and we're going to place 1 terracotta and 1 concrete, and it ends up looking something like this. The next step we're going to do is above, or should I say in front of, this middle yellow terracotta right here, we're going to place a concrete. We're going to go down 1 and then place 1 terracotta, and that is going to act as our little tail sticking out the rear side of the legs. So again, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Again, it's optional as well if you don't want to add it, but I think it adds a nice little effect even if it is off-centered 1 block to the right. So again, if you want to change it up a bit, feel free. But what we're actually going to do now is move on to the rear side of the arms, then we'll do the back bling, and then pretty much wrap up the body. So in terms of the arms, we're going to start on the left side first. Just like the other sides, it is indeed a 12x4, however the first block is already done, so we're only placing 3 blocks per layer. First layer, done, 3 blocks of yellow concrete. Second layer is going to be 1 yellow terracotta and 2 concrete. Third layer is going to consist of 2 light grey and 1 cyan, and it's going to once again be the exact same for the 4th layer, so we've got the kind of effect of it going all the way around the arms. The next layer is going to be 1 yellow concrete, 2 terracotta. On top of this we're going to do 2 concrete, 1 terracotta, and on top of that 3 yellow concrete. So that is the first 7 layers. For the 8th layer now, we're going to do 1 concrete, 1 terracotta, 1 concrete. We're then going to do 3 blocks of concrete. On top of this, we're going to do 2 concrete, 1 terracotta. Next layer, 1 terracotta, 2 concrete. And then the final layer, 1 concrete and 2 terracotta. And that is a 12x4. And that is the rear side of the right arm. Now, in terms of the rear side of the other arm, this one over here, again, is going to contain the red band going around the edge. So, first layer, already done, again. Second layer, we're going to place 2 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta. Again, for our third and fourth layer, it's going to be our cyan and 2 light grey. So 2 layers, again, of the exact same. Next layer is going to be 2 terracotta, 1 concrete, followed by 1 terracotta, 2 concrete, followed by 3 yellow concrete. The next layer, same as the other sides, it's going to be 3 red concrete, and on top of that 1 red concrete and 2 red terracotta. For the final 3 layers, the first one is going to be 1 terracotta, 2 concrete. We're then going to do 2 concrete, 1 terracotta, and then the final layer, 2 terracotta and 1 concrete. And that is the rear of the arms complete. So again, if you want to pause here, please feel free to do so. And now what we're going to do is start making some progress on the rear side of the body and the back bling. So starting off, we're going to come to the top left corner of this red concrete here. We're actually going to extend the first 2 layers outwards, so making it a 3D effect. So it's 2 layers of 8 red concrete. Now we're not going to do this for this layer here, that will be covered. What we're also going to do is for the second layer, we're going to punch out the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th block, and we're going to replace it with our quartz. So we want to grab our quartz blocks, our quartz stairs, our quartz slabs, and also our white concrete at this point. In this block of 4 block gap here, we're going to place 4 blocks of quartz. Now, from this block here on the left, we're going to go down diagonal, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to go down diagonal to right, and place a row of 4, up diagonal, and place again 5, and it will link up and give you a shape that looks like this. Now, underneath these 4 blocks on the bottom, underneath the second and third one, we're going to place 2 quartz slabs, like so, just to round it out a tiny bit, and that is layer number 1 of our little egg shape we've got going on. For layer number 2 now, what we're going to do is in front of this quartz block in the front left corner, we're going to place a quartz stair facing towards the left side. We're going to do the exact same on the right side, so on the top right corner block, we're going to place a quartz stair facing towards the right. Down diagonal, on the left side, we're going to place one facing towards the left, on the right side, facing towards the right. Okay, so if I back up, it should currently look something like this. On the bottom side, this bottom left corner, we're going to place a upside down quartz stair towards the left. Diagonal from this, once again, an upside down quartz stair towards the left. Right side, exact same, just facing towards the right. So it gives you, in total, 8 stairs. In between each stair, we're going to place blocks of quartz just to link it all up, and that's going to be the second layer of our little egg back bling. So as you can see, that is the second layer complete, and we're now ready to move on to the third and final layer. So for the third layer, what we're going to do is we're going to start off at the bottom. In between the 2 stairs here, we have our 2 blocks of quartz. On the upper half of these blocks, we're going to place a slab, so 2 slabs in total, and we're going to do the exact same on the top. So these 2 middle ones, we're going to place 2 slabs. Underneath the slabs, we're going to place a row of 4 quartz. And above at the bottom, again, a row of 4 quartz. And that's going to be the basic template. We're just linking it up now in the middle. So, in between, there should be 3 rows, empty. Go ahead and fill that all in using quartz, and it gives you a solid area that looks like this. Just as kind of like a little light detail to almost have a bit of shadowing to it. We're going to come to the top right corner, go down diagonal to left, punch out, down, and down diagonal to left, so 3 blocks in total, and replace all of them with white concrete. And again, it just gives it a bit of texture, makes it a bit more obvious it is indeed 3D, and does indeed have a shape. So again, that is the back bling. Again, very, very simple, just a little egg, but of course that is what it looks like in the game. So yeah, that is the rear side of the statue. What we're going to do now is work on the shoulders, the final point of the body, and then we're good to move on to the head. So let me grab a few blocks back onto my hotbar, and then we're going to start. Of course, come to the front perspective, we're going to work on the left shoulder first. So of course, we're going to start, so the first block here on the left, back left corner, we're going to place to the right of it 2 yellow concrete and 1 red terracotta. In front of this, we're going to place a yellow terracotta, 1 yellow concrete, and 1 red concrete. And it gives you something that looks like this. So this is a 4x4, that's the left shoulder. What we're also going to do is in the front left corner, this yellow concrete here, we're going to place an acacia wood slab. So it's a little 3D effect, nothing too difficult. Heading over to the right side, very, very similar, just mirrored. What we're going to do is starting at the back corner, we're going to place 1 red terracotta, and then 2 yellow concrete. And in front of that, we're going to place 1 red concrete, 1 yellow concrete, and 1 yellow terracotta. In the front right corner, 1 acacia slab, that's a 4x4, and from above it looks something like this. If you want to, feel free to fill this middle part in, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to fill it in for the sake of completion. And once you've done that, that is the body of the statue complete, and we're now ready to start making some progress on the head. Before I do that, however, I am going to do a little spin around as an opportunity for anyone that has got slightly left behind throughout the video to catch up. And if you feel you don't need this, feel free to skip forwards about a minute or 2 in the video. So what this is going to entail is I'm going to go to each part of the body. For example, right here we're at the front side of the legs. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to pause the video at every single stage, and of course I'm going to read out the measurements. If, and again, you still have any issues afterwards, then please feel free to comment down below, but hopefully no one will. So starting off, this is the front side of the legs. That's a 12x8 rectangle. Moving on up, we have the front side of the body. Once again, a 12x8 rectangle, and each side left and right for the arms, 12 by 4. Come around to the left side of the leg, that is a 12 by 4, with the underside of the left hand a 4 by 4, and then the left side of the arm, which is 12 by 4. Come around to the right side, with the right side of the leg, 12 by 4. Right side of the hand, 4 by 4, and right side of the arm, 12 by 4. Coming around to the rear side, we have the rear side of the legs, that's a 12 by 8. Rear side of the body, 12 by 8. Rear side of each arm, 12 by 4. And then finally the shoulders, which is 16 wide, 4 blocks thick. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is the statue so far. What we're going to do now is start making some progress on the head, as I said before. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, we're going to start off on the front side, come to the front left corner, and from this block here we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, which should be this red concrete, we're going to place a yellow concrete and bring it 2 forwards. On the right side, exact same logic applies. We come to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, 1 yellow concrete, bring it 2 forwards. Link in the middle by placing 6 blocks in between, so that will give you an 8 by 2 overhang. Only one of the blocks will be visible, because of course the 3D effect is kind of covering it. What we're also going to do is in the front left and front right corner, punch out a block, so it gives you a shape that looks like this. So, we then come around to the left side. We're going to expand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left, exact same on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exact same logic applies, linked together, and it will give you an 8 by 2 overhang, punch out the front left and front right corner, and yeah, that is pretty much the template for the head. So if you ignore the blocks missing from each corner, that's an 8 by 8 square. It's important because the template, or at least the basic head, is going to be an 8 by 8 by 8 cube, so by having this template, it's very, very easy for us to build each side. We're going to worry about the front side first, aka the face. So starting off on the first layer, we're going to come to the 3rd block, this one here, and replace with yellow terracotta. Leave a 2 block gap, and this block right here, so the 6th one, also replace with yellow terracotta. So that is the first layer of the face. For the second layer, we're going to place 1 yellow concrete, so we have to bridge it just above that gap. We're then going to place 1 terracotta, and 6 yellow concrete. The next layer, the 3rd layer, is going to be 6 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and 1 concrete. So again, that is our 3rd layer. Next layer is going to be 4 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and 3 concrete. So that's our 4th layer. On top of this, for our 5th layer, it's going to be nice and easy, 8 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to do 3 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and 4 concrete. 7th layer, second to last layer, is going to be 8 yellow concrete. And then for the 8th and final layer, we're actually going to leave 1 block, so we're keeping kind of the circular theme. Place 1 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, 2 concrete, 1 terracotta, 1 concrete, and a 1 block gap. So that is, again, essentially an 8 by 8 square, just with 1 block missing from each corner, just to give it kind of more rounded look. So that is the basics of the front side of the face. Of course, we do need to add some 3D effects, i.e. eyes, a mouth, and a beak. So we're going to start off at the bottom. First layer, come to the 4th and 5th block in the middle, and we're going to place 2 red concrete, again as a 3D effect. Above this, we're going to place a row of 4 orange concrete, and above that, we're going to leave 1 block, place 2 orange, and leave 1 block. And that is your beak. Nice and simple. We're then going to come to the 4th layer, left side. We're going to place 2 white concrete, leave a 4 block gap, and place 2 white concrete. Above this, on the left side, we're going to place 1 black concrete, 1 white concrete, and above that, 2 white concrete. On the right side, we do the exact same, just mirrored. So we're going to do 1 white, 1 black, and then on top of that, 2 white. And again, those are the eyes. What you can do, if you want to be super crazy, is you could move the left one up 1, and you could move the right one down 1, just to give the whole like cross-eyed kind of random effect, as you see with the actual skin, or you can just put 1 in the middle and 1 slightly up, again, just to give it kind of the crazy eyes that the skin actually has. I personally like to keep it just in the middle, but again, that's personal preference, and if you want to make it a demon chicken, feel free to change the eye colour. But yeah, that is the front side. The final thing we're going to do, and that's going to link in with the top, is on the top layer, on the 4th and 5th block, place 2 red concrete, and once again that will link to the 3D effect we have going on the top of the head. But for now, that is the front side of the face. Once again, that's an 8x8 with a block missing in each corner, and we're now ready to move on to the next side, which is the left side. So for now, if you don't have something that looks like this, pause the video, catch up. If you do, great, let's continue. So, heading around to the left side. Once again, this is going to be an 8x8 square with a block missing in each corner. We're going to start off by replacing the 4th and 5th block with yellow terracotta for the first layer. Next layer is going to be 7 yellow concrete. So again, we'll link up with the row right there to give us our 8th block. The next layer is going to be 6 yellow concrete and 1 yellow terracotta. So that's our 3rd layer. 4th layer is going to be 1 terracotta, 2 concrete, 1 terracotta, and 3 concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 1 terracotta, 6 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 5 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and 1 yellow concrete. Second to last layer is going to be nice and easy, 7 yellow concrete. And then the 8th and final layer, we're going to leave 1 block. We're going to place 2 concrete, 2 terracotta, and 2 concrete. And of course, we'll have the 1 block gap in the corner. So that is the left side of the head. Now the good news is the right side is the exact same. So if you want to copy it over, you're more than welcome to do so. And now I'm going to head around there anyways and work on it. So again, from a corner angle, that is the left side. Heading around to the right side. Again, we're going to start off by replacing the 4th and 5th blocks with yellow terracotta. Second layer, nice and simple, 7 yellow concrete. Third layer, we're going to place 1 terracotta and 6 yellow concrete. Next layer is going to be 3 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, 2 concrete, 1 terracotta. On top of that, we're going to do 6 concrete and 1 yellow terracotta. Next layer is going to be 1 concrete, 1 terracotta, and 5 concrete. We're then going to do a layer of 7 concrete, and then the final layer, once again, we're going to leave 1 block, 2 concrete, 2 terracotta, 2 concrete, and leave 1 block in the corner. That is the right side of the head. So once again, 8x8 square, 1 block missing in each corner. From a corner angle, looks something like this. So that now brings us to the second to last side, which is of course the rear side of the head. This is once again just linking left side to right side, essentially. That's pretty much all we're doing. We're going to start off on the first layer by punching out the middle 2 blocks, the 4th and 5th, once again replacing with yellow terracotta. Second layer is going to be 6 yellow concrete. Third layer is going to be 1 concrete, 1 terracotta, and 4 concrete. Fourth layer now is going to be 4 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and 1 concrete. Next layer is going to be 6 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to do 2 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, 3 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to do 6 yellow concrete. And then the final layer, we're going to leave 1 block, 2 yellow concrete, 2 yellow terracotta, 2 yellow concrete, and leave 1 block. And that is now an 8x8 square, once again with a block missing in each corner. So, that is the rear side of the head. Once again, good opportunity to pause if you need to do so. And if you don't, then let's continue. So, the final side, which is of course the top of the head. You should currently have something that looks like this. We're going to start off at the rear, work our way forwards. First layer is going to be 5 yellow concrete and 1 yellow terracotta. In front of that, we're going to do 1 concrete, 1 terracotta, and 4 concrete. The third layer is going to be 3 concrete, 1 terracotta, 2 concrete. So again, after every layer, feel free to pause. I do appreciate it. I'm saying it quite fast, but it's to encourage you to pause. The next layer is going to be 6 yellow concrete. In front of that, we're going to do 5 yellow concrete, 1 terracotta, and then the final layer is going to be 1 terracotta and 5 yellow concrete. So it currently looks like this. So that is the basic shape. In terms of the 3D effect, we're going to come to the front row, 4th and 5th block. We're going to place 2 red concrete and we're going to expand it 1, 2, 3 blocks backwards. So it's a 4x2 area. On the 4th one, we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're then going to leave a 1 block gap, and on the second one, we're going to build up 1, 2, 1, 2. So it ends up looking something like that. And again, that is just the little kind of, I forgot the technical term, but the little sticky part out of the top of a male chicken's head. So a rooster, I guess. Even though this is based on a chicken, I don't know. It's a confusing one. But yeah, that is what we got to do. And with that said and done, once you've done that, you have your very own Tender Defender Minecraft statue. And again, I really do hope you enjoyed. That was the statue tutorial. Now, whatever you want to do with it, a house, a roller coaster, whatever you end up turning this into, again, feel free to let me know in the comments section below, or tweet me a picture at Gummmyyy Games on Twitter. I love interacting and seeing how you guys, what you guys, should I say, do with these really weird kind of novelty builds. So yeah, whilst I spin around the head, I'm going to have a little ramble. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like would be very much appreciated. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing to the channel with notifications on. Or again, if you don't trust the system, and I frankly don't blame you, follow me on Twitter at Gummmyyy Games. I tweet out every time I upload. Again, as well, if you play Fortnite, and by the fact that you watch this video about a Fortnite character, I would assume you do, and you buy items in the store, so that's either the battle pass, skins, emotes, whatever you buy, please consider using support a creator code Gummy, so that's Gummmyyy, so more like Gummy. But yeah, it supports me, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just means every time you buy something in the store, I get a few pennies every time, but that does add up if a few thousand of you are using it. So again, I really do appreciate all the people that are using it. Again, thank you so much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Please do in the comment section below say what you want to see on the channel in terms of tutorials for the future. But from now, again, huge thanks to Tepania for the really, really awesome design. It's pretty much me done. Thank you for watching. Until next time, my name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?